very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause.
Hey guys, it's Harry, and have I got something exciting for you guys. I know I look like that word that I cannot mention, but yeah, I just came out of a nice hot bath, so I'm already in my PJs, and I thought in preparation for this, as you may or may not have heard, guys, the one, the only voice artist herself, the voice of the 90s Pokemon generation in South Africa, guys, the lovely and talented, multi-talented Miss Veronica Taylor, also known to us as Ash, the OG Ash Ketchum. Gotta catch him, I'll tell you what, guys, before I go on with my intro, I will sing a little bit, just a tiny bit of the 90s Pokemon theme song after we've done the pull on the cards. So Miss Veronica Taylor, aka the OG Ash Ketchum, and the original singer and recording artist for the Pokemon Gotta Catch 'Em All theme song, Mr. Mr. Jason Page. If you're watching this video is especially for you guys. And from one I got into it a little bit late in my life, but I always grew up watching the TV, the original TV series of Ash Ketchum and his adventures with Misty and Brock, and of course Team Rocket. But getting back to what I wanted to say, I hope you really enjoy this video, guys, and gotta catch 'em all. Who's that Pokemon? We're gonna answer that question in just a couple of minutes. Now, getting into these packets, guys, as you guys can see, it's got Mew on the front, and it's part of the Scarlet and Violet series, the 151. Now, you might be asking yourself, Harry, but what is Scarlet and Violet, and what does 151 stand for in the Pokemon trading card universe? Now, there's a very simple explanation for that. So, earlier today, I went to the Battle Bunker at Tiger Valley Mall, which is basically, I think it's entrance 3, which is where game is, and then you take the 3 flights of escalators down to the bottom where the bank level is, and then as soon as you get down the escalator, you take immediate sharp left, and then you will see there's Reader's Den comic book store, which has good quality comics, and then right next to them, guys, right next to them is where I found these two. Now, basically, as anyone always asks, what's Scarlet and Violet and what's the significance of the 151? So I'll quickly explain that for you guys. So Scarlet and Violet is one of the newer iterations of the well-known Pokemon universe, the TV series universe, and also one of the newer trading card lineages, which is a fancy word for generation of trading card games in the long-standing tradition of Pokemon trading cards. Now, the 151, and this is what the lovely, or the kind gentleman explained to me at Battle Bunker inside Tiger Valley. He told me that the 151 is basically, if you guys remember, this is for us older generation kids who grew up watching Pokemon. If you guys remember back in the 90s, they had this thing where it's like 151 Pokemon. I know, big number, guys. So basically the 151, let me just show you guys the packet again. I promise we're going to get to the pool soon. So the 151 is kind of a special tribute to the original 151 Pokemon that started the whole entire Pokemon series, guys. When that original Japanese artist, I can't remember his name, when that original Japanese artist who thought up the names of Pokemon and drew the Pokemon themselves, that he literally started with 151 Pokemon, guys. Now, basically, as the guy explained it to me, the this specific Scarlet and Violet 151, sorry, let me just put it close to the camera. So this specific Pokemon Scarlet and Violet 151 is basically like a modern, it's the same original Pokemon, but it's like a more modern take on the OG Pokemon. So it's still gonna be Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur. It's still gonna be Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise. It's still gonna be Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, and all our other favorites. Now, besides for those 6 Pokemon that I just mentioned, I actually have also a favorite one. I think it's, if I remember the base correctly, I think he's a electric Pokemon. I know you guys wanted me to say Pikachu, but it's not Pikachu. I love Pikachu. Don't hate on me. I love Pikachu, but this specific guy, this specific Pokemon is my personal favorite, and it's actually a magician's magic saying before he does a trick. So I'm going to explain to you guys the evolution of this guy quickly. Now, his base or his starting form is Abra. His evolved form is Kadabra, and his fully evolved form is Alakazam. Now, if you were to say that like a magician, and this is in tribute to all my magician friends out there in the magic industry, Abracadabra, Alakazam. And that's more or less how the magician would say it when he does his trick. So, without further ado, I'm going to stop talking right now. I'm going to flip the camera around, and for the next part of the video, you guys are only going to hear my voice, and we are going to go through the packet. And I know you guys are probably wanting predictions for what we might pull out of the packets, so I'm going to throw it out there, and I'm really hoping I pull at least 3, guys, because it's 10 cards in a packet, so that's 20 cards we're going to go through. So I'm really hoping for at least 3 of the Pokemon that I mentioned in my introduction to this video. So let's do it, and as I promised, after we're done with the pull of the Pokemon cards, I'll sing you guys a little bit of the Pokemon. Sorry, let me just get my vocal cords right. And as promised, I will sing you guys a little bit of the Pokemon Gotta Catch 'em All theme song at the end of the pull. Pokemon gotta catch 'em all! How do you like that? So check you guys on the flip side.
Pokemon.